Fall.
Fall.
You've watched Fall. Two girls climb up a massive tower which they shouldn't climb up. They get stuck up there. What are they going to do?
That's the plot. That is it. And then it's like they've obviously gone into making the film with that as the plot. And then I've just thought, let's try and make up some reason why they're up there. Some character motivation. Let's have her have a dead boyfriend. And like a boyfriend died a year ago. Now, I don't mean to be insensitive people, but who've lost people, but like a year later, are we meant to believe that in the last year, all she's ever done is just drink whiskey in a trailer or on her own all the time, taking pills and not getting out of the house, not answering a phone to her dad for a year, not getting a job, not speaking to her friend for a whole year?
Maybe she just does a regular 9-to-5 job, and that was the exact day, that was the year anniversary, and she was having a massive bender, and then they caught her with her. Maybe.
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe that's... Oh, yeah, maybe.
For me, the first half an hour of this was like, this is like really bad. Like,
really corny. It's quite poorly acted in the start as well. The YouTube girlfriend who's just like going about it's tits for clicks, and she's just like, "Hi guys, I'm doing this." When they start climbing a town, it's like the mountain climbers. So they're like, "Let's go and climb that tall, thin tower." I mean, I don't know about mountain climbing, but I don't know what they're called. Those things that open up in crevices to, and belaying and all this sort of stuff, and you attach it to the rope, and you attach it to yourself. And it's like, well, none of that's applying when they're just climbing up this big metal ladder, essentially. None of the skills that they were just doing climbing a mountain surely apply. Why would they be interested in climbing? Don't mountain climbers do things like safety checks? You check all your ropes are all okay, and you check all your equipment works okay.
My son watches.
You check what you're going to do. They just go, let's go and climb that old rusty tower that's rattling.
Yeah, I've just got a jumper on. It'll be fine. It's not that bad up there.
We keep getting. Have you got a bottle of water? Oh yeah, we'll be all right then. And then they just keep cutting to. It's going like a joke. They just keep showing rattling nuts and bolts falling out of the tower all the time. They can't hear them though. There's no one around for miles and miles. They can't hear these metal bolts clanging and falling all the way down this tower. And they just keep climbing and climbing. Are you sure this is okay? Yeah, it's fine. Let's just keep climbing. It's really, really silly. First half is.
It is, and you know what? My son watches all these free runner, high climbing YouTube videos, but I've seen him watching some of the behind the scenes, and the amount of checks they do are unreal. They look like they're free climbing and hanging off a massive tower with one hand, and they are. But before it, they've done like an hour's worth of test and tracking and making sure everything's safe and all that. So the premise is bad, but they go up, don't they? There's a story about their relationship. They get stuck. Are we going to talk spoilers for this year-old film, Rob?
Can do. Yeah, why not?
Spoilers ahead. So they get up there. They get stuck. They have a big hoo-ha because you find out the best friend's been sleeping with the husband. And then it's like what are we going to do? Do we chuck our phone down in a trainer in a sock because there's no signal?
This bit of the film's interesting because you are thinking, hang on, what would I do?
Yeah.
Is there something really obvious they've not done? What would you do? And then when they started about chucking the phone down in the shoe to try and cushion it, I was thinking, yeah, that's not a bad idea actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah.
So all the stuff they were doing, this had me interested at this point. You see,
we got a drone. We got a drone with the battery that doesn't work. That doesn't fit.
Yeah, so it was all stuff I just thought a sense of, oh no, and then when we've got another half an hour to go, so that's clearly not going to work. Oh no, what they're going to do next? And you're kind of looking forward to what's the next attempt going to be.
Yeah. It had that. Yeah, that Twilight Zone.
The photography was. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying it's got that sort of Twilight Zone. What would you do? Thing. They've got a drone, but the range doesn't quite work. So do they use it?
As a simple premise, if it's what's it trying to do? It's basically saying, I'm just going to give you some thrills based on really pushing vertigo. So that if you hate sharks, Jaws is for you. If you hate heights, this is a film for you. But obviously, it's not on a level of Jaws in any way for characters or plot or anything like that. But it's just giving you those visceral thrills
and I think it works
nauseous sensations. It's either thrilling or sickening.
Listeners, just in case you haven't heard our previous review on this, I went to watch this with my friend who's got massive vertigo issues, and we had to leave just as the girls started climbing the tower. So I went back the following day and watched it with my son. But he had a real bad time with this, and I said to him, well, you won't like the rest of it, because there are some fabulous filming scenes. Again, I've watched some of the behind the scenes here, and they've done some clever filming techniques, and also tons of green screen and drones.
Yeah, I mean, just some of the shots where it's just, the camera's at a bit of a distance and the sun's going down. You realise how high up they are, and then the camera goes above them, and it's just, it feels like it's really hopeless. It's not like, I could just reach that. It just feels really, really hopeless, and that's this tiny, tiny platform. What on earth are they going to do? How are they going to get out of this? And that kind of bit held my attention a little bit. There wasn't anything particularly clever about the ending. There's a little bit of a twist, isn't it? Which we could keep the twist, I suppose, a bit.
Yeah, there's a nice twist near the end, and I thought, that's clever.
That's added a bit of something to it. But,
I thought that was quite a different vibes to what I was expecting. I think fast forward for the first 30 minutes because it's all set up, which is fairly pointless. But it was an exciting film throughout. I really quite enjoyed it for that. So this guy directed, is it 60 Meters Down? I think it's called.
Oh yeah, one of the shark movies. One of the shark movies,
which is quite a good shark movie. But weirdly, if you've watched that, it has exactly the same twist in this. I don't know if you know that. It's the same sort of twist. And I was like, oh, okay. But no, I really enjoyed Fall. I liked it a lot. I liked it more than I expected to. It was just what it was. It was what you thought it was going to be. Did these shots look high up?
I enjoyed it as much as I expected to.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever that means.
That's on the front of the DVD case. We have been watching podcast. I enjoyed it as much as I was expecting to. Or Rob, or my other recommendation, it weren't crap. So a double down on that.
Yeah, it passed the phone test for me.
Yeah,
I kind of stuck with it. There was a point I had to pause it. I just had to pause it, and then I want to see what happens next. I want to see how they get down. I want to see what happens to them. Other things happen to them. Does it start falling apart underneath their feet, or does a flock of seagulls suddenly start attacking them? What's going to go on next? I was going to be interested to know what happens. But that first half, I mean, it's got to affect your rating of it overall because it is quite pretty weak for a setup.
What would you have done to get down? Or would you just indecisively stayed there?
I mean, I obviously wouldn't be up there in the first place, but I don't know. I'd probably just...
I know what I would have done.
Just lay there and starve to death. I'd have eaten you.
Same. Well, I'd have kept it going. I'd have kept it going for weeks. And do you know what I would have done? Have you ever seen them when they see these like lumberjacks and they climb up and they have the sort of... I'd have swung the rope.
Would that work?
I don't know. Spin the rope around.
How do you get in the position? How do you get in the position from sitting on the ledge to get into that position to get started to go down there? Well, it's fine starting from the ground and pulling yourself up.
But I reckon
and they've got those spiky boots.
If you spin it round somehow, or if you just hold it and walk around the top of the thing, you can sort of make a loop around the thing, pull it. Say it's easy for me to say because I'm sat here on the ground in front of my computer, but pull it taut so the rope is taut but spun around the column shaft.
To you. Listen, love. This is what you should have done.
Hey, love. I'm mansplaining now. I think we best move on. Yes, perfectly good film. I enjoyed it.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 for me. It was nice.
10?
What?
What did you
say? 7.
Oh, 6 pecking vultures out of 10 I gave it.
I'm going to go for 7 low battery drones out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Fair enough.